What's up guys, this is Corey Badapples Brannigan, and I'm going to be doing a commentary today on bunny hopping, basic tips that you need to know about bunny hopping, what you need to do, and other kind of movement things that you can learn from. But let's go ahead and get started on what you need to do for your config. What you need to do for your config right away is bind your mouse wheel to jump. Let it be M wheel down, M wheel up, whichever one's more comfortable for you. This will let you do like a lot more consistent jumping as opposed to trying to do it with your space bar, because that's basically impossible. So don't even try. Just give yourself a chance to do, or do yourself a favor rather, and bind it to your mouse wheel. And then another thing that a lot of people do that like you need to never do, never ever do it at any time when you're trying to bunny hop, is press your W key or your forward button, whatever you use for forward or to move forward. This basically slows down your ability to really gain speed. Also, it gives you a slower start, and it it even actually no, that's about it. It hurts your your ability to move. It also slows you down a lot. And those are also when you're playing like bunny hopping in matches and scrims, always have your gun out when you're bunny hopping. Like it'll slow you down when you're running with your gun out, but if you're bunny hopping, like, it doesn't matter. So go ahead and keep your gun out always. Let's go ahead and get started on a few things. Your first initial hop in your bunny hop should be like out of like a C cut motion or like a circle jump. And with this one, what you do is like I'm holding forward right now, but I move my mouse to the left a little bit. It doesn't really matter. You could move it left or right, whatever you're more comfortable with. I move it to the left personally, and I start moving to the left, and I'm holding both my my right strafe button and my forward button. And what I do is I kind of do like a whip motion, like what I do is I basically whip it. As I'm going, I let go of my W key, bring in all like direction to strafing right, and use my mouse to do like a C cut to keep me going straight. And this is how I get my first initial jump going on a bunny hop. Another thing, after you get your first C cut there or circle jump, that'll give you a good boost, especially if you do it well. You'll be able to get a lot of speed off your first jump. But after that, it comes down to basically just all rhythm and like a zigzag motion too. And what I mean by zigzag motion is, say if as you're moving, as you're bunny hopping forward, you look to your left a little bit. Or if you're looking to your left, like dominant, or like say if that's the point where you want to go to, like if you're passed on this side, you want to be strafing right. And there's a dude coming in the server. I'm gonna kick him real quick. Hold on. Oh, he got kicked. But so say if you're moving or going straight, you if you're past like that line, that imaginary like point, you'll be strafing to your right, and if you're past this point on looking to your right side, you'll be strafing to your left. And that's the motion. Like that's basically how it works. Also keep a smooth rhythm going. Like say you don't want to like move your mouse over to a point, but then, or I say like basically, actually no, you can hang it. But you just try to keep like a smooth rhythm going. It'll help out a lot when you're trying to gain momentum and just trying to get from point A to point B like hella fast when you're bunny hopping. But as you're doing that though, the one thing that you really have to look out for is the terrain around you, because basically every map in Source has like different levels that you have to be care of, like really gradual ones, like say right here, how like the slope itself is pointing this way, so you gotta be sure that like you notice that right here there's a dip on both sides, so you're like in a little valley in this area. So it's just stuff like that that you have to really be careful of. But the good thing about stuff like that is you can use those slopes to your advantage, like how I'm sure everybody's seen it when like on train, for instance, somebody bunny hops or jumps out of the wide halls and lands on the stairs, and he's able to like moon boot across like the boiler area and get like from point A to point B like in 2 jumps. Like you can use that to your advantage. Just always try to use the slopes, but then be careful about them too, because they also can mess you up if you're like trying to fight them or go against it. But just to kind of summarize things, I know I'm probably talking fast and kind of going over stuff really quick, but just to summarize things, we have like the zigzag motion. So say if you're looking right, you strafe left, you're looking left, you strafe right, keep that motion going. And then another thing is that circle jump that I talked about. That's what you need to do if you want to get that first initial like good jump to give you the speed to really get a good hop going. And then be aware of like what you're on. Like there's a valley right there, there's a valley all along this spot. That's all downhill, so that'll if you're going downhill you could catch insane speed when you're bunny hopping. And then let's see, I'll talk a little bit about like short bits of bunny hopping, because like most of the time when people are bunny hopping, they use bunny hopping to their advantage to like say beat people out of spawn. So like bunny hopping out to the car to beat anybody going out to banana, or like through rotations too, like say from going from B side to A side to help out. Like CTs will like bunny hop on the rotate to get there faster. But what a lot of people tend to not do is like use bunny hopping to their advantage, and for like maneuvering or just like doing like unique movements, so you could have the advantage on certain things, and also like avoiding people. Like say if I do this one right, actually say if I do this one right, I'll be able to get out, you know, like really fast. Like there's no idle time. You're not even you're never on like your head is never on like a level field. So if you're just trying to get out there, say there's like a smoke or whatever, you just need to get out there, you're able to like kind of use your bunny hopping to your advantage. Like you're going out a lot faster than normal, plus your head's never level, and it's just you're just trying to get out there, so chances are you will be able to step out. But I haven't really done it except for that one time. I just want to see if I could even do it. Ugh. Yeah, but like all things though, it takes practice and never perfect. But there you go. But yeah, you could do like little moments like that to bunny hop. See if I could bunny like, yeah. How's that? But I don't know. There's a bunch of different things that you could look out for. You could be really creative about. It's like trying to find the small little jumps that that'll totally give you the advantage to get up on certain things. And that's why also having your mouse wheel bound to jump is super helpful. Like getting up from there to there to there to over that rail. That's not even bunny hopping. That's just like, actually what it could be is that there's like that circle jump, and then that's the same kind of jump that you'll want to use to say on nuke, get onto the big red rock. But let's see, there's, as you're bunny hopping, like you can look for those small little things that you can totally play around on. You want to use the hills to your advantage, especially if you're like trying to rotate or whatever. Like you can get down going places pretty fast, and you gotta watch out for those things, because chances are you'll hit those when you're bunny hopping, and it'll completely give you, or put you in a dead stop and just pop you into the air, and you won't move anywhere, and it totally sucks. But say on a map like this, or in an area like this, just being able to kind of bunny hop around, do what you really want to, or just do whatever you want to do. And alright, I'll show you this one actually too. Like say if you're in this area, this is just a situation that you could possibly be in. Just like trying to delay time. Somebody spot you or whatever, and to get out of there, you could just bunny hop out of there super fast, as opposed to say running, where the person will actually hear where you're going all the way around. You could block. I mean, But if you're just trying to like balls out of a spot, like bunny hopping would definitely be the way to go to getting out. And also there's a chance that the person won't exactly be able to tell that where you're going to be at. So how could I say? That's like 3 different levels I was on to jump from there to there and over that and back down. Is you have to be aware of what kind of level you're in, because if you hit like your mouse too late, you're gonna not get any speed at all or whatever. So you just have to be super consistent with being aware of where you're at on the or aware of where you're at when you're bunny hopping around, so you could use it to your complete advantage. But for Inferno, there's really only the major bunny hop like choke points would be going out to banana from your spawn. Like say a CT bunny hopping could actually beat terrorists going out of the ramp, and even same here because of those downhill slopes. Like banana is always downhill for CT, terrorists or middle's downhill for CT, and these guys could be terrorists coming up here. They could be terrorists running up this way. And to say that the downhill is a problem, like you can still bunny hop uphill, it's just that you don't gain as much momentum. So I say, yeah, I don't know, it sucks. It sucks. It's possible, but it's a lot easier for somebody going downhill to gain speed and be able to beat whoever, or to beat whoever they're playing. But as far as Inferno goes, like those are like I would say my 2 favorite like short bunny hopping areas, and the major bunny hopping areas too would be like to alt, mid, and banana, especially when it comes on to spawns. But that's about it for, I would say, Inferno. I'll go ahead and switch maps and go to a train. I can show a couple different things on this level or on this map, a couple different tricks, and when I can show you more advanced like trick moves that you can do, especially when you're like jumping off the trains and stuff while bunny hopping. Alright, on train, there's a couple, especially in inner, I would say is the best, or like my favorite point, or favorite thing to kind of jump around on, because you can do so many different things. It's kind of retarded. This map, this map is like a jungle gym. But with it, or with this map, I would say bunny hopping. Alright, let's start from as a terrorist. It would be as far as a terrorist. Well, I'll show you probably the most annoying bunny hop ever. Like I think on any map would be like moon booting off of that guy. I'm not even doing it very fast. But let's see. Hold on, I'll turn on cheats here for you. Whoa. Alright. But if you do it correctly, same circle jump, 3 steps, 3 hops, and you're from there to here. And most of the time you can beat anybody. And if they're an opper, chances are they're not going to whip around this corner. So like you could even blindside the person. By the time they peek, you could be right there. And but that's definitely the most like annoying, dreadful freaking bunny hop ever. I swear, is off of that ramp. And that's another thing about slopes is well, I'm stuck in the map. But that's the thing about slopes, where like say going downhill, that's really like you're really able to like screw people up and like beat them, or beat them pretty bad based on like if you want to try to like do like little spawn battles. But as far as like doing like this, will come down also to like short bunny hopping kind of stuff all over this map on train, because let's go up here. You can do kind of the same maneuver that I did on the Inferno map, where going out of apartments, what you can do is just go ahead and take the fall damage. I did that totally wrong. But you do get that circle jump going on. Or that's off. But you get that circle jump going on, get that initial hop, and you're able to start cruising down. And by this point, like after everything's being thrown around, you're already in the back of the site. But that's another good B-op spot. What you can do also is like bunny hopping around trains and jumping on the ladders and stuff. Like just being a total nuisance for some people. It's really it makes the game a lot more fun than it should be. But I don't know, that's one thing I like to do. That might be for somebody with a playing style like me, but you're it's like a jungle gym in here, and that's when you can bunny hop off of anything. Let's see. Oh yeah, one little trick thing you could do. Just use that ladder to jump off, and now you're on the ramp, as opposed to having to run all the way around. Let's say like if you're fighting somebody, you're all the way up on it. Oh, and one thing too that you can do is like if you're rotating, like you need to be aware like every single one of these is a slope, and slopes if you're bunny hopping are your friends, because you could use that just to like a huge like burst of speed just to get like wherever. I kind of did that really bad, but you kind of get the whole, I'm sure you get the idea of that one. Let's see, stuck in the ladder there. I'm gonna do this try though, just so you can see it. Ooh, horrible. Alright, I'm not gonna do it. But like you're able to get that same kind of burst of speed when you're jumping on the hallway over there to go like say into connector. There you go, that was better. And able to keep going. And then one thing too, ooh, that was a good example. I didn't point out that tip before. Like say if you're bunny hopping and you notice that you're gonna clip that, like as you're going through, you're gonna hit that, it'll slow you down, just like how it would on banana. It'll just stop you and pop you straight up. What you can do is like hit your crouch button, and that'll kind of like raise you up a little bit. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it actually kind of lifts you a little bit as so you can like hurdle this basically if you're like just about to clip it. But as far as inside goes, that's like a whole little park for bunny hopping things. Yeah. But then when you're coming out the outside on this map, you're able to it's kind of the same deal as far as like slips on everything you need to be aware of. And like I know people that rotate out of the tower. You could do hop off of that and you're already inside. Ooh, that would have been good if I already hit that, but I didn't. But what you can do is like that oil tanker there, you can use that as a sorry, I just had an idea. Oh, that is that would have been really good. I don't know if you could do that. I'll try that later. But using that oil tanker as like your slope to be able to bunny hop through, and it's a lot faster than having to run. But that's how that works. I'd say even as a terrorist too, like there's always the spawns, but there's always the spawns that you can get where you can totally like beat people. I'm not in the right buy zone, I can't buy anything. But it's safe as a terrorist. You get hop, you start your motions going, and by this point, like you can beat people to Z, you can beat people to alley this way. Like I've seen people where they're actually able to get out of connector, even with a CT with a good spawn. Like they could just be turning that corner, and somebody who's good, like really good at bunny hopping, they could be like right here. So that's one thing to definitely practice for. But using the spawns to your advantage, especially on this map, to try to get those initial picks, because on train, if you're able to get the picks right away, like it's basically round one. You can spread out CTs, you can spread out terrorists so far apart. But then even on a alley, let's say if you want to bunny hop an alley, it's the same thing. Like starting that circle jump, and then doing the left to right zigzagging motion all the way through. And at this point, when you get here, most of the time you can beat the CTs to their point, unless they have a really good spawn, which is possible. But generally, you're gonna beat them there most of the time too. Let's say, yeah. Once again, like slopes are your friend in this map for sure. Not really a whole lot of other bunny hop spots other than like being able to use the tops of the trains as little slopes to move around the map much faster on your rotate. And that's basically it for a map like Train. Alright, so on Nuke, this is also a major bunny hopping map where like somebody who has a good hop can control the map to their liking, and especially as a CT. Doesn't hurt that this is already a CT sided map, but this slope right here is like game changer for sure, because if you get a good hop coming out of CT spawn and you hit this just right, so you don't clip your head on that thing, you gotta hit it low. So say like as you're going, be able to hit that slope. Let's see if we can do it. Alright, you're able to hit that slope. You could go in the ramp room, and I'm going really slow right now, but keep going, and you're able to beat the terrorists into the lobby as they're just entering. You could be able to get a quick pick on them. Back to that slope. If you're able to get a good hop again, you can actually go outside or even in the mini and beat whatever terrorists are out there. Just be careful. If you're doing this and you get pre-flash, you're going to be kind of screwed. But say if you get to this point, most of the terrorists are still around this area if they're running. So you can get a pretty good surprise on them, maybe even catch them with their flashbangs out. Going into mini though, if you're able to bunny hop into mini, you could actually open up the door and spray down this way and get them that way. But also, more importantly, you're able to set up and get anybody trying to rush out to do or get anybody that's looking to rush out and get down the vent itself. Another one would be, or another pretty crucial spot would be like, say on the rotate, if you're able to hit this just right. Let's see if I can show you on this one. Yeah. But what you're able to do is bunny hop. Say if you're like the CT that's playing up in heaven, that little like ladder room or whatever up top right there. If you do this correctly, yeah. See, I'm not even following my own tip right now. Let's see if I can do it. And it's like, you're already in freaking barrel. Even though that was kind of slow, that was a really bad example, but you kind of get the gist of it. But just once again, you're trying to find those slopes, use them to your advantage, and even though it's freaking painful to watch, or I know when it happens to me, I get super frustrated with it, but if you're able to do it, you can definitely control this map on like spawns alone. As a terrorist though, the only real major one that you can totally take advantage of is going outside. A lot of people watch for that since like everybody knows about it now. Oh, but that motion right there, that's the same motion really as like that you want on your like beginning jump, except you start back here. It's like that long kind of jump, but this way you're starting going forward. Oh, of course I don't do it, but you start going forward, and that's how you make your jump on this one. But say that slope is like the make it or break it slope for outside. So because as a terrorist, you hit that just right, you can get all the way outside. Actually, that was really bad. Let's see if I can get it. Oh no. I'm sure most of you have definitely seen it before. But if you're able to get a really good hop going, you could definitely you could get basically anywhere outside, and it would be a problem for anybody playing outside, unless they catch you like automatically peeking that, which you have to be careful for. What I like to do too, I'll show you that little tip for this one. So I'll jump on this railing. If I know they're focusing on me, especially if you're making noise, you jump pretty far back here, so they won't see you at all. This way, I keep your I like to look down the ground to keep like whatever head model or my head model like as low as possible, and peek up here if you want to do that. I don't know if you really want to do that, but it's up to you. But the whole point is just being careful for anybody that's watching that or outside or there. But that connected rooftop is definitely like the most deadliest thing on that a terrorist can use to hop with on this map. I say something like that, and you go all the way around and you're up already. But like by surprise. Pretty cool. But as far as news goes, I mean that's really about it. Like CTs are able to hit that ramp and take control outside however they want to. They can hit that ramp and take control of the ramp room however they wanted to. Another thing too, actually, I forgot about this one, but as a terrorist, you can still hit like the flag ground hop and you get a lot of good speed because there's a couple turns you gain a lot of speed or a lot of momentum when you're hitting turns, especially this one right here. Well, hold on a sec. Alright. Hold on. Alright. So as you're going, wrapping that corner, well, that's really bad. I'm getting really lazy. You hit your bunny hop, and you get a lot of momentum when you're reaching that corner, and you could be out of here already. If you want to keep going, you could definitely hit lower as well. But what that'll tend to do as a terrorist, if you're facing CTs that aren't bunny hopping to this ramp room, you're actually able to beat them there, just like how you're able to beat the terrorists entering lobby as a CT. But you definitely get the jump on people if you're hitting that one just right. But you could also turn that in to how or use this stuff to hit lower really fast. I mean, that's basically about it for nuke. Just to kind of summarize things on this one, you wanna summarize the whole point of this commentary, basically in like what, I don't know, I'd say like in 5 minutes would be: make sure that you start with that circle jump to give you a lot of good motion, really good speed, and that'll help you out a lot trying to gain momentum, or when you're trying to gain momentum. Another thing is make sure you work on that zigzag motion, or just kind of like back and forth, just keep your rhythm going, and then that's all you have to really worry about. You could do, or what you call it, make sure you have your mouse wheel bound, because that's the only way you're going to be able to do it. Never hit your W key, because I mean that's really going to screw you up. You won't be able to control yourself at all. And that's basically about it. And slopes are your friend. Hit any slope and you're going to get speed, basically, if you do it right. And you can definitely turn any map to your advantage. Especially with the new round time, with everything switching back to like 2 minutes or whatever. What you can do is like basically go for that opening pick. It's something that everybody should really know how to do. But if you get that opening pick and you have like a minute 30 still or whatever to try to work a map with the advantage of like a 5v4 or whatever, like that is huge. And if you don't have anybody on your team right now that can bunny hop, like at least try to find one person on your team that can bunny hop and exploit that one for sure. Like that's not to sound like a giant douche bagel or anything, but just gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. But yeah, that's about it. If you have any, or actually first I want to say if I hope this is helpful, maybe kind of learned a few things. And also if you have any questions, just feel free to contact me or John, and I'd be more than happy to help you out. But I don't know, I hope this helped you out a lot, and have a good night.